Hello Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the middle of March 2023, so for the next 2 weeks I would say. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to go beyond the details that I'm providing. Okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you, and look at that Mercury, Magus, Magician, the Juggler energy. It's a pretty good way to start out. I think you're going to be very much in control of things for the next couple of weeks, right? Whatever was the energy that we were looking at for the entire month, now is really the time to focus on the control. On all of that energy now needs to be contained and needs to be brought under your will, right? And you've got to really be able to maintain the balance and the harmony and keep things contained, keep things under control, because I think they're going to get a little crazy, okay? If there is anything that you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments. Now we're going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, and we're not going to look at this one until the very end. So let's leave it right over here. And you do have to wait till the end of the reading to see that. Okay, so please stick around. And hopefully that'll, tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we're looking for at the very end. Okay? So, Mercury energy. You are someone who is generally very organized. I think that you've got a good handle on taking your inspiration, your goals, your ideals, your kind of just your grand ideas and aspirations for life, and I think you're really able to manifest them. I think that you've been one of these people who, in kind of a weird way, you've been able to think of something or dream something or will something, and it just appears. It's almost like if you think hard enough about a $20 bill, sometime during that day you're going to find one. And it's just kind of a weird, some people could say that's just a coincidence. It's not. Yeah, maybe if it happens once or twice it's a coincidence, but I think for you it happens more often than that. It happens with such frequency that it's difficult to call it a mere coincidence. Okay. And I think that is a very important part of your spirituality, not finding $20 everywhere, but this ability to really translate what you are thinking about, what you're concentrating on, what your focus is, right? You have this really complex mind, you have a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, right? There's a lot going on upstairs, but you're able to really just kind of laser focus it onto the material plane and manifest things, okay? So it really is about that control. It's about being able to focus your the myriad thoughts that you have and ideas and inspirations. I think that you are probably very highly educated, maybe not in a formal university setting, but you've studied a lot on your own, probably. I think that you love to read, you love to consume information. And I think what you do, maybe even unconsciously, is you try to distill everything. Like I think you're like a voracious reader, or, maybe not reading books, in kind of the traditional old school way, like pulling out a book and reading it. But you're always taking in information, whether that's in the form of, articles or blogs or memes even, or maybe books, PDFs, something like that. You're always taking in information. And your unconscious, maybe your soul, is distilling that down into what's essential for you. So you're taking what's important and you're building up this intense spirit within you that's composed of all of it's like a really beautiful tapestry. Or I'm getting an image like stained glass. Okay. I almost wonder if you have some stained glass where you are in your home right now. Or if there's some important connection that you have to stained glass. I don't know, maybe a relative, grandma or something, had some stained glass that you vividly remember. But there's some kind of stained glass somewhere here. But I feel like, it's kind of a nice representation of you, I think you're a collection of all of these beautiful pieces that you've collected from your entire life. And you're creating yourself, right? You're becoming this beautiful piece of art, But let's get into the situation for the week. What is going on with you? Well, we see a lot of fire. We see a lot of active energy. We see 3 of wands, 3 of discs. We've got some swords down here. We got the 2 of wands here, some majors. We've got some tower energy. We've got some water and some earth and some more majors. So we've got a nice kind of balance of things, except the air seems a little bit out of whack to me. We've got this Mercury energy, which I think is really keeping everything together. Like I said, it's important that we maintain control for the next couple of weeks, right? I think the next couple of weeks are going to challenge that control, okay? Down here beneath the surface, we've got the 10 of Swords. This is kind of trying to keep the system together, This is almost like one piece of data too much, one corrupt piece of data, that now the whole system is just in confusion. This is the one bug in the system, and now the computer doesn't work right. Something like that. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how it works. But there is this real intellectual attempt on your part, I think, to keep everything structured and organized. And I feel like this next couple of weeks, there's going to be a challenge to this organization. It's almost like there's going to be one little bug. The one little piece is going to be broken or corrupted. And it's going to start to interfere with this kind of beautiful mercurial magus magician juggler energy. It's almost like you have one thing too many going on, and it's kind of, it's starting to, you're kind of wobbling a little bit, and I think it's a matter of trying to find what the corrupted piece of data is. What is the one thing that you need to get rid of in order to reestablish this harmony, right? We want these 10 swords to be in perfect alignment, but they're not. They are just kind of broken and chipped, and they're all kind of piercing the center, right? This harmony, this laser focus that you have, the center, the middle is the balance. That's where everything kind of rests. You've seen the kind of art, the nature art where people stack the rocks and the stones and stuff, and they very intricate, and it's almost like how is it balancing? I can't do that. I can barely stack blocks. But I feel like that's kind of how you are right now. You're this very intricately balanced formation, and one little piece in the wrong place, and it's going to affect that balance. So it's kind of like we have to find what that piece is. We have to find what that piece is, and I feel like this is going on with you energetically. I feel like there is a situation going on kind of this month and for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully it will resolve, where you are in some kind of conflict with someone. It could be a significant other, because we do see Tower, we do see the 9 of Cups here, which I think is a nice kind of saving grace here, because there's a lot of this active energy, 3s, and then we've got the Tower and we've got the 9, So the 2 here, I think, is indicating a bit of a challenge. Like I said, a challenge to your equilibrium, a challenge to your balance, a challenge to your control, right, at this time in your life. And I think that the conflict, I don't see another court card here indicating who is the one challenging you. It could be that it's this like corrupt piece of data that's challenging you, right? It could be like your own kind of mind that's challenging you. But there is something that's affecting your happiness, and I think affecting your relationship with someone, right? It could be a significant other, it could be a romantic partner, it could be a friend or a family member. But there is this kind of battle here, and it could be that you have this stuff going on energetically, and that's making you, that's kind of leading to a little bit more friction with the people around you. Okay. So I do feel like there's just kind of, there's just like some friction, some conflict, some like shortened tempers, some irritability going on. You know, it's, normally things are very harmonious, but now it's just like, they left a coffee cup in the sink, and that's going to rub you the wrong way. Little things that usually wouldn't matter, I think, are going to be more irritating at this time. Okay. And I think that is because you've got a lot going on, energetically. And with this Mercury card also, Mercury is kind of the god, the deity that rules the sciences and the healing arts. I wonder if you have been going through some kind of an issue at work with training. I feel like you're in the medical field or some kind of a science field, maybe related to medicine, even maybe indirectly. But maybe there's a challenge that's going on there, because up above everything, we do see a 3 of Pentacles here. So this is like getting recognition for the work that you've been doing. This is a real example of your skill. I think maybe this is what you are trying to hyper-focus on. This is what you're trying to get that laser concentration pointed at, right? I think you're trying to make progress in this field, in this career. Maybe you're trying to get the promotion, get the job, or have a breakthrough or something with your research, or whatever the case is. I feel like there's something there in terms of this business side of things, your career, your employment. And I do feel like it's something either directly medical or kind of indirectly on the periphery of medicine, or something like that, health, wellness. Something with the sciences, right? I feel like you're kind of preoccupied with something going on there, okay? And taking these 3s together, in the recent past, the 3 of Wands, I think that you had to make a decision recently where you had to either do what was going to profit you or do what was right. Do what was going to be in line with your character, your integrity. It's like you had the opportunity to sacrifice a little bit of self-respect, but you would have profited from it. It's almost like you had to decide between doing something a little shady that was going to really benefit you, or being honest, staying true to yourself, keeping your self-respect intact, right? Maintaining your integrity, and doing the so-called right thing, okay? I feel like there's a conflict there. And I feel like you made the right choice, and you are now trying to almost fight through the aftermath of that, It's almost like you told the truth, you did the right thing, but you still have to now somehow prove yourself again, or now you have to go through another challenge or test or probationary period or something like that to prove yourself again, and to get the recognition, to get the achievement, to get the promotion, to get the job, or something like that, right? So I feel like you're not being recognized for your integrity, for your honesty. You're being recognized almost for just being involved in that situation, to begin with. It's like people are looking at you a little bit differently. Does that make sense? I feel like these 3s they really are going together here. And I think that could be part of what this conflict is for the next couple of weeks, and what you're trying to kind of work through. I feel like you're going to continue to do, what you consider the right thing, something that will still allow you to sleep at night, okay? And I'm not passing any kind of moral judgments on anything at all in the world. It's just, it's relative. So in that moment, you did what you thought was the best thing, the right thing, that'll allow you to sleep at night, And now I think you're still trying to, maybe you kind of have to work harder now to achieve what you wanted to achieve. Like, this kind of set you back. So it's almost feeling like you wish you would have just taken advantage of the situation and gotten ahead, rather than trying to maintain your character and do the right thing, and now it's set you back in some way. You know? In the immediate future, we do have this Chariot energy. So this is saying that you're going to really kind of conquer the troubles here. You know? I feel like you're going to, what's the phrase? You're going to just kind of cowboy up, I think is what they say. And you're going to do the hard work. And if you have to work twice as hard, you have to work nights and weekends, metaphorically or maybe literally. You have to put in this extra effort. Well, you're going to. And it's going to pay off. And you're going to succeed. And you're going to develop this kind of thicker skin. All right, you've got your armor on here in this card. And this is because, you're not going to allow yourself to feel bitter, to feel frustrated. I mean, you'll feel frustrated, sure. But outwardly, you're going to be just strong and steadfast and doing the hard work, right? You're not gonna let it be visible that it's affecting you. You know, it's hard to see underneath this armor who is even under there, what they're feeling. We can't see the facial expressions. We can't see what condition they are in, right? So this is kind of the armor that you're going to wear now going back into this situation. There's a lot going on energetically, internally, like we've been talking about, but you've got this nice armor on the outside that you can resist the blows being thrown at you. Okay. So this is progress. This is some really wonderful progress in the immediate future. You know, the next few days from now, you're going to see a lot of movement in this situation, a lot of developments. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think there's going to be success there. Okay. Now, your general energy, moving over to the path of the serpent, this tower energy, general energy, what's going on beneath the armor in this charioteer? Well, a lot of anger, a lot of fire and frustration. This is kind of an impulse where you just want to burn it down. You just want to destroy it. You want to say, I give up, I hate you, and do what you can to destroy it. It's like a kid who gets frustrated with a toy and just wants to smash it. You know, this is the impulse to smash everything. Okay, but I think you've got that armor on, so you're able to contain this frustration. Okay. You're able to contain it, at least for now, and not let it kind of seep out through the joints of the seams of the armor, right? So we're able to keep a bit of a handle on this impulse to smash, and that is because of this Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, really, if you look at the overhead camera, the water from this Nine of Cups is really flowing down onto this fire, onto this burning tower energy. Okay, so it's cooling it down. It's extinguishing it a little bit. It's keeping it mellow, right? It's a nice flow of water to kind of quench these flames and extinguish them a little bit. So what is the Nine of Cups but your ultimate goal? You have this Mercury energy, like I said. You're very well organized, very intelligent. You have, like I said, that magical ability to really will something into existence. I think what you are trying to focus on and what this cooling water is, the only thing that really is cooling you down, calming you down, is the knowledge and understanding that you are pursuing your happiness. That this is a larger quest for you to have fulfillment and happiness and, spiritual realization and satisfaction and pleasure and a meaning and purpose to your life. The real pursuit of happiness. This is a Nine of Cups, not a 10 of Cups. This isn't that you have everything you want. This is that you're going after everything you want. So it's like this idea that you're going to have everything, that you're on your way toward achieving everything you want. That's what's keeping this fire down. That's what's keeping you from really just kind of exploding, blowing up. Because that'll be enough. If this tower does explode, all of this water is going to evaporate. It's going to just be dispersed in every direction. Okay. So we're keeping this as our kind of our quenching water, right? Our nourishing water. We just have to keep kind of bathing in this knowledge and understanding so we can keep moving forward. And then forward, what we have is this devil energy, Capricorn energy. This is your ambition. This is kind of you, this is a little bit of that regret that you didn't take advantage of that situation in the past. Because, you know, the devil doesn't care right or wrong. It's going to do what's going to advance its agenda the most, you know. So moral considerations, ethics, questions of integrity and character, devil doesn't care about that. Devil doesn't care about that. Unscrupulous. No scruples at all. And this is kind of your fears, worries, and concerns. So it's just like, yeah, you could have acted that way, but would you still be able to live with yourself? Would you be able to sleep at night? You know? It may take a little bit longer to be armored up and be in your chariot. You're going to have to stick to a kind of more established path up the mountain, where the devil, the goat, can just go straight up the side of the mountain. Doesn't need a path. The chariot needs a path, right? So you could have gone either way. I think you've chosen to go the chariot route and stick to the path, stick to what's right, stick to the kind of tried and true, already established way up the mountain, rather than just jumping over rocks and just climbing straight up the side and going over any obstacle that may be there. You know, you have that skill and that ability. You could do that for sure. But I don't think that you are, okay? And I think it's because you want to sleep at night. And you want to achieve your goals the right way, in a way that is going to be long-lasting, right? You do the appropriate work now, and your achievements, your attainments will be long-lasting, permanent, right? If we shortcut it, we take advantage, you know, cut corners, this is not going to be a lasting thing. This is not going to be anything enduring, right? So this is doing things the right way and really getting the proper permanent achievements from it. Now, this could be the promotion, this could be the job, the revenue, the income, but this is the satisfaction. This really is one coin that you tossed into the wishing wells, okay? And you have a lot of wishing wells, right? We got 9 of them. 9 of them that were after. There's still room for one more, right, to make 10. So this is just one of your wishes fulfilled, one coin that you've tossed into the wishing well that you're going to achieve. And there are many more, okay? Now let's look at the mystery card. I want to know what the conflict is, or who the conflict is with, or the other person that's involved here, because we didn't have any court cards. It said at the beginning that, you know, we don't know if this is involving another person or if this is just something going on within you. But then what is this situation that happened where you had to kind of choose between, you know, sleeping at night or making some quick advancements, okay? So I'm thinking this is going to be a court card, okay? Either a knight, queen, prince, or princess. I think probably of the air variety, right? The air cards typically show relationships, interpersonal stuff, conflicts, okay? Dilemmas, friction. Ooh, and it's a knight. Yeah, it's a Knight of Swords. So I think that it is probably an air sign person, maybe an older masculine energy that's involved here that you're having really the direct kind of conflict with. And I feel like they started it, okay? Now that's kind of childish, right? It doesn't matter who started it because we're finishing it. That's what my mom used to say. So I think that they are the ones, though, that came at you with this problem, with this challenge, with this calling you out, or like just starting funk with you, right? And it's kind of up to you how you were going to deal with it. You know, you had your choice of responses here. But I do think it's an older masculine energy, air sign person, and I feel like they definitely came at you in a very kind of aggressive, abrasive way. Very argumentative, like they just came at you already upset about something, you know, and now you're kind of pulled into this thing and you've got to deal and you've got to make decisions. All right. So the next couple of weeks are going to be very important for you. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, please click on the link that's right up here and you can have access to all of the extended readings. This was your mid-month tarot reading for the middle of March 2023 on Dove and Serpent Tarot.